Crystal? All right. I'm with Crystal. How old are you?
41. I'll be 42 next month.
Okay. And how long have you been on the streets of Philadelphia for?
Now for 2 years.
Okay. And where are you originally from?
North Jersey, Patterson.
Oh, that's right. I remember you told me that before. Okay. And what brought you down this way?
Well, I was taking care of my mom. My mom was really, really sick. COPD, emphysema, and COVID really hit her bad. You know, my mom is a twice cancer survivor. So she was going through it, and my husband ended up getting arrested for a stolen car. And they sent him here to Philly for a program. And he was doing really good. He was here for 6 months with Savage Sisters, got himself a job. He was doing awesome. I was so proud of him. Mm-hmm. And he used to come down to New York once a week, and I used to come up to Philly once a week. So he told me, come up, I got a surprise for you. I got some money for an apartment. I want you to look at a couple of apartments I can put a down payment. So you can start moving up here permanently, because that's what the original.
Sure. So he wanted you to move closer to him down here, whatever. You guys get a permanent place here in Philly.
In Philly.
Okay. And so you came here?
I came here, and out of nowhere we decided to come down to Kensington. I'd never seen Philly, so he was showing me. Worst thing we could have done.
Now, quick question. Did you struggle with drugs before this up in northern Jersey?
Oh, yeah.
So you almost knew what you were getting into when you came to look at Kensington. In a way, maybe, or was it just like a curiosity?
It was just a curiosity, because I'd never been to PA. I'd never been out of North Jersey.
Okay.
Except to Puerto Rico.
Right.
So, but he was clean and I was clean.
Okay. Oh, so you had clean time when you came down here?
When I came down here with 300 Suboxones.
Oh, okay.
And he was clean, and we came to look at some apartments. We came to Kensington to see, because the apartments are cheaper here.
Absolutely, yep.
And we ended up relapsing.
Right.
That was the worst thing that happened. He got taken away from me for 3 days. They lured him away from me. I got stuck out in the streets in Philly. They stole my purse with my ID, my social security, my birth certificate, my 300 Suboxones, my phone. They stole his phone, the money for the rent, his Suboxone. It just was 3 days shit show.
You learned how cruel the streets of Philly can be.
In 1 day.
Wow, yeah. It's... This city will chew you up and spit you out.
Oh, definitely.
Now, anyone that comes down Kensington Ave daily driving, they will recognize you.
Yes, they recognize me from panhandling on Westmoreland and Kensington.
Yes, you've been there for almost 2 years now, right?
2 years.
And so I'd always try. Sometimes when I stop talking to you, I don't have change, or I try. You know what I mean? I see you out there all the time. You know what I mean? And it's upsetting, but it's your life right now. You gotta do what you want.
I mean, because I don't have my paperwork, and it's been so hard to get an ID and my birth certificate, because I was born in Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
That they've been trying for the past 2 years.
Wow.
So now, I'm just trying to get back into the methadone program, back to work, back to where I was before we got here.
So you're willing to change.
Of course, I don't want to be out here anymore. I'm too old.
Yeah, so right now you have one of the main obstacles would be you're getting your ID and your birth certificate.
Yep.
And then you need those things to get on the methadone clinic. Is that how it works?
Yep.
Okay. Now Ethan Gerard, I know, is taking walk-ins right now with the methadone clinic. So that's really your only obstacle right now.
It's the only thing that's holding me back. Yep.
Now, what's your drug of choice? Is it just heroin?
The heroin and cocaine.
Okay, so now it's fentanyl
and cocaine. It's because the fentanyl brings me too down, that I don't want to be falling asleep, so I need the coke to kind of even me out. But it's to the point where it's not even enjoyable anymore. It's to the point where it's like I have to do it because if I don't, I get extremely ill. I mean, it gets to, like, my bones hurt so bad. I can't get out of bed. I'm puking. I'm shitting myself. Like, it's bad. Like, if I could stop, like, right now, I would in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. How much worse is this detox than, let's say, the regular brown heroin that we all used to do back in the day?
Brown heroin was 3 days. This stuff is like almost 2.5 months.
Holy crap. It's because that's what I'm used to, and I don't know what's going on down here. Like, I really don't. I'm trying to find that out, trying to get as much info.
And the stuff, it's not only fentanyl, it's horse tranquilizer, and it's eating you from the inside out. All these people that you see with sores, some of them do have HIV and don't take their medication. And that's another thing you have to be careful out here, is that people won't tell you they have HIV and that they're not taking their medication. You can catch it.
Absolutely.
The deadly disease out here.
Especially with the, sharing needles and stuff like that. It's, I see a lot of people using dirty needles around here.
You can just give them your cooker.
Yeah.
Like, and have a little bit of blood in it. Like, it's to that point where it's bad out here. And, I've had my addiction since I'm 18 years old, but coming to Philly was like a big wake up.
Yeah.
Super big wake up.
Now, I know it's hard to plan for the future when you're facing what you're facing right now. If you do get clean and all that, are you planning on staying here, or do you want to go back up to Jersey? Do you want to go to Puerto Rico? Like, do you have ideas of what?
Well, Philly will help me and my significant other. I call him my husband because we've been together for 13 years.
That's the guy I just met?
Yeah.
He seemed like a nice
guy. I basically he's common law. Okay. We've been together for 13 years. He's my husband. He ain't going nowhere.
Sure.
So, but because we're not legally married, Philly's the only place that will actually help us as a married couple.
Oh, I got you. So you kind of have to
stay up here. I can get the housing with him. Right now he's struggling through some sicknesses.
Medical sicknesses?
Yeah,
okay.
Medical sicknesses.
And is he able to get them looked at or dealt with living on the streets, or is?
I mean, he's dealing with it living on the streets. It hasn't been easy because people steal your medication out here, sell your medication. Like, you may not care about your life, but I care about my loved one's life.
Absolutely.
And, I think it's messed up and it's not right, but that's how the people are out here. So, and also the medication over here, because I guess they deal with it so much, it's better than the medication you would get in Jersey.
Okay.
So that helps, because we've learned a lot about the medications that they have down here. So, that'll help. The housing, he'll get quicker and stuff. And me being his common law wife would help him get where he needs
get more as a team.
As a team, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And because we're a team anyway, and I refuse to leave his side, like, they wanted to put us in separate shelters. One for female, one for male. We can't do that.
Right.
Because God forbid something should happen. He gets into a fist fight or something, because my husband, a lot of people think the way he speaks, because he's extremely educated, is arrogant.
Yeah.
So they kind of take him the wrong way.
Sure.
So he gets into a lot of fights. It happens with me too.
Yeah.
And if he gets kicked out, I don't want to be sleeping in a nice cozy warm bed and he's out here freezing and starving to death.
Yeah.
So we'd rather stay together and know where each other are at all times, because anytime we've been separated, it's never been good.
Absolutely, I understand that completely. Now, you said last night you had to sleep over here on a vent that the heat came out of, you said?
Yeah.
And you're soaking wet still now?
I'm still soaking wet. It got to the point where I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 layers of shirts and sweaters on, and like 4 pairs of pants. And if I go to squeeze everything, I could probably get 2 gallons of water out of each.
Well, I have a couple people doing a clothing drive for winter clothes for down here. I'll be getting them, in the next couple days or so. I will definitely stop down and give you some, at least dry for then. It rains all the time.
And that's the bad thing about Philly. We're not used to that in North Jersey. It doesn't rain like this over there.
Yeah, it seems like you guys are up against so much.
We didn't know what we were up against when we came down here.
Yeah. And once you're in the belly of the beast, it's almost impossible to get out.
Yeah, it's like, we'll send you home, but it's like, we really don't have a home to go. We're like...
Send you to the streets of Jersey?
Of Jersey, exactly.
Patterson, that might be worse than Philly.
It's like, yeah, we don't want to do that either. Because at least when we were living in Patterson, we had our own apartment.
Right.
We were both working. We were both on the methadone clinic.
Yeah.
So we were doing pretty good.
So the methadone did work for you in the past?
Yeah.
And so you're confident it could work for you again in the future?
I was clean for 4 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you were just doing the Subox, or the methadone on, just, you were stable on it.
On a daily basis, I was like on 280 milligrams.
Yeah, wow, that's a lot. But still, you were...
I was functioning. I had an apartment. I was working every day.
That's between you and your doctor. I was just saying, that's a lot of milligrams. Yeah. If it works for you, it works for you.
And I couldn't be happier. I'd come home, smoke a blunt, pop in a good movie, eat something, and lay next to my husband. I couldn't be happier.
Right.
We've already been here, done that, and we didn't want to come back to this.
Yeah.
And this time around, it's gotten so bad that it's like, you know what? If we come back to this after we get clean, there's gotta be something seriously wrong with our brain. Yeah.
I mean, addiction is so irrational, though.
It's because you go through so much pain, and that's how you learn how to mask your pain. For me, it was my uncle dying of an overdose in my arms once he found out he was HIV positive. And, I was raped the same day. I had a child with the rapist, and my mother's told, and everything. So it got really bad for me. So it got to the point where the drugs were the only thing that would help me.
So you have a lot of PTSD trauma that you need to work on when you get clean too.
Yep. That's just what he tells me. You need to, make that work for you and talk more about it, because I never talked about it, because every time I tried to, people used to say I was schizophrenic, nuts. They'd meet my mom and be like, this sweet old lady, you don't know this sweet old lady. That's the devil in disguise. They say the devil's come in many forms. It came in a teeny tiny 4-foot nut and old lady.
No, I get it. It's PTSD is a huge thing with people down here. I mean, you guys go through so much, and I'm not even, and that's just down here. I'm not even talking about what you guys went through to get here in the first place. It's you got a lot of work to do once you decide. Hopefully, you do decide to get on the methadone clinic soon.
Well, he's already gotten on the Suboxone clinic, so I'm hoping that this will.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we're trying.
Yeah.
He's from North Jersey. He got his birth certificate and stuff already.
Oh, he got all his stuff. Oh, okay.
So now we're just working on me.
Does Prevention Point help you with that?
Yeah, they do, but we have to wait for a certain amount of, they can only get a certain amount of vouchers.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's what I had to wait almost a year and a half.
Wow. That's
just for a voucher.
Just to get your birth certificate and stuff from Puerto Rico. So it'll take a year and a half.
It took me a year and a half.
I mean, it took you a year and a half. Man.
And now they're working on it. But that's the thing. It's ridiculous, because it's I've had my birth certificate and my social. They're just saying my social doesn't match my name. It's just stupid stuff like that that's preventing me from moving forward.
So even though you're willing, ready, and able to get clean, you're not even able to do that right now if you wanted to.
Even if I wanted to.
Unless you did the cold turkey. Yourself.
I'm epileptic.
Yeah.
I'd kill myself.
And I'm even hearing a lot of the people are going through bad seizures because of the trank and the fentanyl and stuff. And being epileptic, you probably would die doing that by yourself. So it's like a no-win situation for you down here right now.
Yep.
Oh, man. So I try and come. I'm going to try and come back and keep in touch with the people I interviewed and stuff. I see you down here a lot. Is it okay if I stop and say hi to you and interview you every once in a while?
Of course. You're my buddy.
Yeah. You're a good person. You know what I mean? And I want to try and help any way I can get you help. If you can get help. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can even do anything. Now, do you have open sores right now?
No, thank God.
Okay. Because 90% of the people I talk to.
The thing that would help us right now the most would be like coats, maybe a tent.
Okay.
You know, stuff like that.
Okay. I only got like 2,000 people, but it's growing a lot. So and they were receptive. You know Jim, the wheelchair guy. I interviewed him the other day, and we're starting to help him get another wheelchair. So it's the ball's getting rolling. I don't know what I can do. I'm going to try. I might not be able to do anything for you. I don't know, but we'll try. We'll see what we can do.
That's all I can ask.
Yep. All right. It was a real treat talking to you. I take you. I appreciate you taking time out of your day.
No problem.
All right. We will talk to you soon.
No problem.
All right.